The board and commission appointments, we are postponing that until August for the members of the Morristown Hamlin Library Board. And there is no new business.
I'd like to bring up something on new business. I'd like to add to the agenda discussing moving the meeting times to 5 o'clock. I'll put that in the form of a motion.
I second that motion.
Okay.
All right, so you're actually, what you want to do is add to the agenda?
Yes.
All right. Then what we'll need is a second for your motion. Can I have a second?
We'll need more than a simple majority vote on it, too.
That's right. It would require, if I'm not calculating
Yeah.
right, it would require 3 of 4 votes, affirmative votes.
It'll require 3 or 4 votes to move the council meeting to 5 o'clock. Is that your
Yes.
Actually,
We got that.
that would be required just to get the item on the agenda.
Oh.
And then the council can discuss it. It would require, actually, if that's done, an ordinance change.
Okay, so we're going to have 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get it on the agenda, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Well, let's see.
No, you have to have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd need 4. I'm sorry.
4
Yeah,
to get it on the agenda.
Right. Which-
All right. Call for the vote.
Councilmember Garrett.
Aye.
Councilmember Bivens.
Aye.
Councilmember LaBelle.
Aye.
Councilmember Center. Aye. Mayor Thomas.
Aye. All right, so we'll put that on the agenda next meeting.
Now,
Close now.
now we can consider the question. I guess the question would be appropriate to
Actually, you
amend
want it
the,
for the next meeting, correct?
No, I want to bring it now to go ahead and put it on the table and vote on
He's
it.
fixing to play it right
yeah,
I
I guess,
misunderstood your motion.
I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, but the motion then would be to amend the code of ordinances to change the meeting time from 4 to 5.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
And we can discuss it today, and if you want to vote on it the next time, I mean, council could decide that, or we could vote today. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
we
up
can
to
either
council.
discuss.
Because it has to be done by an ordinance, so whatever we do, we'd have to bring it back to the next meeting.
It's not official
Yeah.
today, anyway. Just vote to move forward or discuss more, whatever.
I guess to elaborate, if it's an ordinance, it would require a second reading and a public hearing. So the motion would be to amend the code and set a hearing.
But that can be voted on today.
I believe that's correct.
To move forward.
So I make a motion that we amend the ordinances to move the meetings to 5 o'clock. Is that correct, Dan?
Right.
That would be it, right. All right, and I need a second.
Second.
She's already seconded?
No, I said you need to.
Oh, I thought you said.
Oh, you seconded. Okay, we have a motion, second. All right, any discussion?
Is there
Call
a
for the
reason
vote?
for this? No, I think there's discussion.
Yeah, let me ask.
Oh, this is to set it here.
No, this is to
It
move
would be
forward.
first reading.
It's the first vote.
This is
Let
the,
me ask a question. Is it the right time? Tony, is it
Yes.
going to cost
Yeah.
the city a lot of money, overtime pay, to change that time to 4 to 5?
Anybody on staff here get overtime?
I get comp
We're
time.
going to send her home.
I don't get overtime, I get comp
We're going
time.
to change meeting place.
But in generally, no, we do provide for senior staff members to get a certain number of hours of time off for attending meetings, but I don't think it's a significant cost, in fact.
Okay, be no cost to the taxpayer then.
And I don't think it was addressed to the reason for this. The reason is so some other people may be able to come to the council.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that should be brought up in discussion, I think, too.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
What was your reasoning for this?
Right.
So more people could attend the meeting. I've heard a lot of people say that they'd like the meeting to be moved back some, so,
5 o'clock quitting time for a lot of people.
yes.
I think we've talked about this before, but it has been at a later hour. 5 o'clock may be something that, this council can buy into versus the 7 o'clock. I think it was 7 o'clock before that was offered as a possible time. And there is a ceiling on or a cap on the number of hours that senior staff can earn, correct?
Yes, it's management leave is capped at 40 hours a year.
So if we go beyond that, we just have very dedicated individuals.
And tired.
Entitled.
Yes.
And that would make us keep these meetings short.
Oh, that's an optimistic. That is optimistic, okay. So at this point, what we're going to do is we have a motion, we have a second, all right. And now we are finished with our discussion.
And that is to amend the existing ordinance by moving the meeting from 4 PM to 5 PM.
Right, that's correct.
This would be the first vote on that ordinance change.
And you want to, at this time, we're assuming it'll be on the July 17th, or what, 19th meeting?
That we will have the
First reading.
yeah, first reading. Is that right?
Yeah, they can vote on it now.
It's your choice. The council could vote on actually passing on first reading the amendment today. If you would rather have the other members here, you can have it put on the agenda for first reading next meeting, and then there would be a public hearing before the second final reading.
Okay, in our discussion, at this point in our discussion, I think it would not be fair to change meeting times without having total council present. So my thought would be that we need to wait until they're two here, although I don't see any problem. They still should have the ability to vote. on
Yeah,
the
that's
motion.
why I feel that though we'll have the ability, because we have to bring it up for a public hearing
Yeah.
in the second reading. So my motion is still to pass it on
Right,
first reading.
Then they get their choice.
Yeah.
and they can decide.
It would be first reading today.
Right.
Yeah, so I agree, first reading today. Okay, we have a motion, we have a second, any more discussion? All right, call the vote.
Councilmember Garrett,
Aye.
Councilmember Vivens,
Aye.
Councilmember LaBelle,
Aye.
Councilmember Center. Aye. Mayor Thomas.
Aye. That's good, I think it's a good move, Paul, to get more people here. Thank you for the warning. Okay.